Mbadi ngolu ngali konto ngalu tentu ngali jai episode se as it is Bantaba-Kachaa boy Kujabi la Bantaba-Kachaa mfele murunti nali akamda ko watu jamfata mbali dane alise yamfunye modul ka complain ne Bantaba-Kachaa jamfa nyola le muneketa baraka muta mbali dane la ku kilinna mtebuka finti ko diamole diata nye mbuka finti purka mo kajabe nkala fele nimbe finti la wati nga fen fundale miyalo ko to nyalo nkala fele nimbe finti la nga finti miyalo ko nkana mulu jakasi nimbe finti la nga fen fo miye mulu nafa woto nkanna time o tale ngaje ko when it is necessary nga finti o wato la woto mulka mere mbe kala finti ko kuno parak inte manke wotin kanna time o leta na jarita nga finti na man jari fana ngandei woto ngali konto ngalu tentu ngali jay albe fannaw fannala binnimin nata wala ADC Pateh Bah exclusive interview talankilin tamita ministry lulu akamta 5 minutes after 1 akamta today is on the 12th of August 2026 August karola atiri tanni fulula woto ngali konto ngalu tentu ngali jay ADC Pateh Bah mbela filanga kachaka minna as a security expert as a security analysis ngajele ko 2 days ago ngaminje kafaka united la president miyalan ko the former UDP member at the same time Ateleketa United President coming for Ebrima Dibba, the former ambassador to Saudi Arabia. It has been trending in social media coming for Kule Mia Lonko, I Gemenul Nyabe in all the media outlets, all local, international, Molia Pick, Kakeko Kintokibaro Katandeko, Ebrima Dibba Keta Moti Mia Lonko, Bankola Face Lady Minkam to President Wala Musoti, Ekamiko Fatou Bah-Barrow, Akamutako Newsabo, Awula Kumulta Ebrima Dibba Minketa Ferieto. But the ADC as a security expert, la FDM security la fanal, not political, but security la fanal. It have any incident, security nyanta kamuneke, because in America they should do something mimba tinala kanying crime on yimba. But as a security expert, Pateh Bah nyinjanyadi.
Omar make it a very okono. I have been following the events and I see what happens there. Okay, what I want people to understand here, this is not about supporting an individual here, but we are talking about the principles of VIP protection. What happens at the ferry in Tenga was a security failure. Umar, you should understand one thing. When the VIP is leaving the presidential palace, it's your responsibility, your protecting officer, to understand what are the dangers ahead of where you are going. Okay, it's a hostile from a VIP. You had the right to change those routes. So what happens at the ferry, it's a total security failure. Because lady Ebrima commanded okay, the lady has the right. But looking at the history, between Ebrima Dibba and the first family, protocol and the principal project officer, these are something that they are supposed to be preview to. Even by seeing Ebrima Dibba, they should understand what the relationship between the first family and Ebrima Dibba was not a cordial one. So they know that Ebrima Dibba will do anything to, demoralize the lady's character. Because this is not the first time. Can somebody call this a coincidence? Remember in the beginning, people see him running after Barrow's convoy and he was talking to Barrow through the window. What happened at ferry? This time, with the first lady at the ferry. So pretty much, he knew what was happening. Okay, let's talk about the security aspect of what happened. The lady have a principal protection officer. He have bodyguards. He have other, all this around him. Why should they stand there until to allow Ebrima Dibba even to come up to the lady's window, up to the car window? What was going on there? It only can need a guy. Because the intelligent I will not even give Ebrima Dibba the opportunity even to come close to the lady in the first place. I let the lady I won't let that happen. Because I already know the history between these two people. I know it. So I was not going to let that happen, even if I was, her PPO. But the security was standing there. I have seen a lot of security LFs in Bah-Barrow's, security. Because number one, you have this Senegalese Menke Kanta, and you have maybe 2 or 3 Gambians in there. But your responsibility as a security officer, not only a kid or have, or a dark spectral room, or you have headphones in your head. No, you are following the lady. That's not only what you call VIP protection. You see, the image of your VIP is part of your responsibility too. And these people, they fail to protect the image of the VIP. This is what happens, the ferry. If you listen to Faran ferry, the ferry service, la general manager. Ako this kending mo may Ebrima Dibba pango dundi ferry okono. Ika pa Bojangaini. He served in that place for almost 20 years. Okay, this guy was on leave. A matter of former duties. Mune Mr. Bojang Nati leave Nati Dokudula while he was not even supposed to be there. And in the first place, ako aya commanding ako Mr. Bojang. Ibatu foni le la combo dunta. Ni other ferry when you manfa. Alisi mo do for ambulano woya na idu. But this guy went and go against his orders. Ebrima Dibba dundi ferry okono. Dibba before lady. Umar, what kind of they into being on the protocol on at that post there? If the VIP is going, who had a jam time on your phone? Near the Dromo along, maybe there is a little bit of space. But the Tonya be diamond to farm. By the ferry Akale Akala, Ebrima Dibba such a wait for any lady and funny don't ferry that will not gonna spoil anything. But he also he was hanging there and he make it worse because he just wanted to look, like make the lady look like she is nothing. If you listen to Ebrima Dibba's how to call you interviewing, it's a way I can remember. Who the hell the lady thinks she is? I told you for you, I had seen a lot of online media talking about this is democracy. You make democracy. Okay, maybe if you don't like the first lady, that's your business. If you don't like Barrow, that's your business. But to have a diamond to ask you right now. These are the leaders of the country. Either way, Barrow is the president, Barrow is the first lady. So to stand in public, Molla first lady in insult, war is not a good reputation for the Gambians. So this is not about democracy. This is not about supporting an individual. We are just talking about saying things as they are. Ebrima Dibba was not supposed to insult the lady. The moment Afoko is a citizen, he had the right to enter the ferry. We understand that. But when you come to the principles of protecting a VIP, if you feel like environment when Umaru is hostile, you have the right to stop that hostility. And what they failed to do was, what the security failed to do was to stop Ebrima Dibba from entering the ferry. Immediately the conversation started, this was to Ebrima Dibba. Oh, how many beloring the Panaya, Ebrima Dibba in Lady dia morning is is taking a wrong direction. Ala PPO or ala protocol officer or ala orderlies to intervene and tell Ebrima Dibba to leave. Don't even listen to what the lady is saying. The lady is an individual and you do what you want to do. But if you being a professional and you are guiding the lady, protect her image. Don't even worry what she feel. Come and tell her, man, you know what? These guys should need to go. Try to, should be try to kill it. A kind of song I put into the public demand. But they fail to do this. And I hope the commander of the state or whoever is responsible of the latest protection, he need to put this, as a priority. Anytime the lady leaves the state along call, the lady is representing the whole of Gambia. Akatama nyanen, akadiamu nyanen, akamenke, the people you interact is in your hand because that's what we call, protecting your VIP's image. But they fail totally. I don't know who is the commander. I don't know who is responsible of that security. But Umaru, I can tell you, as somebody who went to school for this, I know what it means. Lady was an open target. And remember, there is no aerospace, there is no place to go. It's just a simple target. If you can stand there until somebody come and meet the lady inside the car, Umaru, that is a total failure. And I have been seeing this gap not only once, not two. So Ebrima Dibba is a citizen. He needs to there's nobody doubting he's a citizen. And as a matter of fact, Ebrima Dibba, as I learned, he's a member of a political party. Moreover, it is among the executive. Actually, Amanya National form these things to go to a level whereby it's going to be a public demand. Amanya National work. He think he was doing right because he think that he achieved his goal by sending the wrong message to the public. The lady is rude or lady that and that. No, what happened there was a total security failure. I don't know who are responsible of lady security, but I hope the commander of the state that if he having any word, he need to do something about this. So Umaru Nilekera, Bari Maybe Karen, Mojama Gajele, okay, you know what, Ebrima Dibba cities, you know, and that. No, and you know, the motor for all of this, you know, like, you know, it's a coincidence. We did the second time. Ebrima Dibba was having encounter with the first family in the same ferry. For the time, I feel Yakatale, I can all the time, right? Every hour it goes and comes, right?
Yeah, Ferio Katale, yeah, Ferio ka start first ferry ka would have past 4 and it close around 11 o'clock at night. That is for almost Akaboro from Monday to Sundays until unless if the ferry have a problem. But ferry is totally running. Because even the from first ferry Ninkata do and Kata will mostly on Mondays, Nka will have past 4 la. Young Puruka first ferry 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock Puruka have ferry following him by or else you will have the second ferry.
Okay, I don't mean if you listen to the interview or the manager of the port, secretly, Ako, that boy guy will Ebrima, Ako, you will be too common, a motor will be equal, a motor performing VIP, a motor Dunta, near the space bay, then ferry or the motor they do. But that's not what happened. That boy guy will Ebrima, I do that in your court. For Ebrima, I don't mind Gambia citizen, or is more important than to go to citizen in the country. So if you follow this whole thing, it just a follow what they say. You know, something is going on between Ebrima and Dibba under security. Yes.
Yeah, because ADC because the ferry terminal manager Minkam Mangati Mangako Ebrima was on leave. Atemale Jumale Ebrima Kumandi Wolungo Kanana. It was the deputy chief of security was there, but Ebrima was the chief security. But Ebrima was on leave, and Ebrima don't work on Sundays, according to the manager. So meaning something is fishy. What I come to offend then manager is trying to say then it could be Ebrima and Manga are having a relationship, or Ebrima, I'm off Ebrima and Manga called, but he wants to know exactly who called Manga to be on the ground.
Okay, in Kawala for the Jelly Balon go near Tarawale the Kiri. Okay, then I say no matter anyone in Kondomo boy than it.
No, maybe the security mu bojan, but the manager of the ferry service is Manga. It's Manga.
But the guy he was on leave. Another like he was supposed to work on Sunday. And to another like Karamoto gave a lorry in Kaledi but why I do. Another ever motor do the corner. So that boy guy had a question to answer. But even if you listen to Ebrima Dibba interview, Mama Akako ha Aja Moleko Boyas Kafago Ajesu and he have to follow that. You know, he have to follow that to make sure that, you know, that democracy stand in the country. Is that democracy? So this means Ebrima was having something to do with Boya. They know what they were doing. They did this on purpose. They did this to disgrace the first lady. Remember, for the you alive. Ebrima Dibba did this just to make sure that I boss me, just to discredit the first lady. This was his main purpose. And he achieved it because the first lady, you know, security don't know what they were doing. They were just sitting there opening their mouth and waiting for salary to come or partying to come. But you are not protecting the lady. You are not protecting her image. So in the proper investigation, like again, if I don't know what there's a relationship between Ebrima and the security officer in Mayala Moto 2, Moto Bula, why he was not even supposed to be at the post that particular day. But
Edis Yama, this is not a call of concern. What Yamera first lady the security Yamera they are not Senegalese because the Jamela time Ojele Zainab nobody is mad Purka Zainab approach because ala security ka over tidely. But near Adama Barrow Jibe first lady Jibe their security is always a compromise. What Yamera Nulman Senegalese lebuka Nulu Kantabam because if these are Gambians I believe they will understand how to protect the protocol. But yeah manke Senegalese letiba.
Yalo Senegalese bejele. And the Gambiano Franca Tarajele, but the number of Senegalese overrule the Gambians. Gambia maybe 2-3 people that direct a convoy who are Gambians, but all the rest are Senegalese. Tomorrow training from a market clean, even the way people are trained is not the same. Well, I mean, if you want to mix Anglophone and Francophone, you are creating a problem. I can look into Gambians, we are not violent, but near a violent country, what happened at the ferry? That was an open target. Lady was an open target. Anything can happen to that lady in that ferry. I can tell you that. I have also seen this in Adama Barrow's, you know, convoy. Even Alani meet the people to I see the convoy. I have seen a lot of security elapse in that convoy. Trust me, Omar. Because you don't expect to be guiding a head of state You are not even worried about what is coming from the external. You are only worried about the internal part of the security. That's a security failure. Look at those Senegals, what they do. They face the VIP. Myanmar can be a physical security member banda. Anybody can get access to this president. Anybody. Just look at if you had the mosque prayers, when people go to mosque prayer initially. Just look at Barrow that is the top. Every top they can have as an island, and he can shake hand with Barrow. Masa kema nyana kela wo nyama. Umaru hani jawara waro niya ito ke jawara kama oje. Or niya kata hadi golf course maybe in Fajar. Hadi golf course Fajar kama oje. People always make the perimeter is security. You cannot come close to jawara like that. Yeah, German wabe iman dolo famo me. We will not even hani German maso we will not tolerate. Okay. But basically I don't know I think I remember I think okay maybe people, how people are going to say this is democracy, this is about your life. This is about your image. So problem of the Gambians are mixing two things. Security don't work with what they are thinking. You don't come in for democracy and if everybody has the right to come and see the president, everybody has the right to come and shake hands with the president, or you can have the right to say whatever you say. You can talk a first lady name, you can talk a Adamabaro name, you can talk a minister name, you can talk a model name. Then you can say your opinion as a citizen. That is your right. More based on water. But insulting Umar wo abuka mo sama jula iba atinyale nendro man better aduniya Gambia society nyingi hani ni online media je ajele no moment that ika mo balu nenne ite ka mo ba ite fa mo ba be bulu at the end of the day. So what is the point? So Gambia let people forget about Kafoko. This is democracy. Umar, you at obey audio in Lambert. Ebrima Dibba was even saying who the hell is the lady to stop him from entering the ferry. Where was the physical guard? Wale. Unarema Ebrima Amuda. For your answer, but they should have detained him because the environment was hostile. Yeah, to phone lady tablet. Yabula. I put a very of course. But and still, with all what happened there, they still let Ebrima Dibba and the lady join the same ferry tablet. So that's what happened. So
Yeah.
that was a signal.
Yeah, the second question, ADC, welcome to go. The then chief of staff min kam tam Momod Chamti because eco investigation independent panel investigation with regards to the allegations Milialunko Weleketa for I resigned. Okay, Hani sign Ngalan Gomez right now at least abe 2 months in the office. So but that investigation man from my hand sign my fear, do you think that the Gambia armed forces left a cat and the public lamimbe caring are they want to protect Momodu Cham because investigation we don't know how far it is, whether it's the police doing the investigation or the Gambia armed forces. It is a miracle, definitely. Some people careful they are not even doing this, but you as securities analysis, how do you think this thing?
Umaru, I think you can follow them Bantaba, Bah, maybe till the year, but Kabri Mama Cham appoint as CDS. Do you remember one of our programs? I was telling you that it was a big mistake. I told you this. Because Yadele is part of your attitude. Wo is a forward attitude. Wo it doesn't go so. That investigation is okay. Why is taking even that long anyway? In the first place, since he was, fired for efficiency, according to what they said, he resigned. But I know it was on the place, so that's why Mama Cham left. Mama Cham was a disgrace to that government. The Mama Cham made a lot of damages in the art. And not only investigating, I could only maintain Hani Abanyol. I remember people like Captain Abanyol, very fired from the corps. Mama Cham used those soldiers as a weapon to fire them to just to protect his image. But in India, I told you have a diamond. B. Abanyol, they are supposed to go back to the army. And the other 9 officers, they fire them. They need to restart them back to the military because those people are innocent. Mama Cham is a disgrace to the Gambian military. That investigation, Umaru, is how many months now? Mama. If this was a simple investigation, because more pay I get in the UK, you have the nerves. And after 1 million taka ni kadi ina musola from the army career. You have soldiers man and come table. Number one. Number two, yellow thing of water, ala age from one foot I diamond. You came and you promote him to a cadre or lieutenant for Yasamba Kosla Morocco. Omeano Kama 18 years from Umar. Sila investigation Jumala when you go. In other words, the army of Tro Holter, we exchanged with land. We went and took order to Malago, was destined for the airport. It had a go for a while. You are taking the army engineering corps. They are coming to work at your farm. And make it a fun, Mama Chambi, planted his own officers, they are close to him. I will like a parasol corner. Those are the people who control the narrative. I like the government, I always also. In this investigation, Sweden stop only at Mama Cham. Investigation is supposed to go through the army financial network from corner to corner. He is supposed to do that. Kujamana kena ni army kwa mna na amanya na kela bunya. Ihela house rental kutu jana mo bukala ika okoro sama mitwele do lubeje le hani ko hani ka domoro kake ba ka kono nie domoro ke jani just less than an hour. I want to go in and domoro ke. These are all things that they need to put into consideration. If you block, Mama Jam for the Jeda soldier who told Mama Jamko at the uniform killing labor. He said they were giving orders to change to better uniforms because the CDS was coming, but they are not giving enough uniform. So how can you put that one together? Mama Jam was not working for the army. Mama Jam was working to help himself, and that's what he did.
Yeah, and that question. That question nga may Falcon iko ya bondi mila finance iko na yala before ila allowances ibuka ju nyola they will pay this salary later they pay the allowance but nga may sign they pay both allowances and salary at the same time when they change Falcons things was good so akamta ko Falcon was come like abe amiol fakan at the time so akamta ko Falcon was even playing with military financial because like the soldiers we are saying that now things are going fine. Then therefore it was not the government, it was Falcon at the time. Remember problem of create kanji. According to the report I have from some soldiers. I don't know whether it has been established, but more than more soldier role do la Carola.
Umar Falcon is just a mayor officer in the army. And if you look at into Beno Falcon and salary load, we also have in the army, we know what is your basic salary. But if you look at what Falcon have in the military, and CDS ni kama masoro. So where is he getting the finance? I think I'll call about them into it. In the first place. I think he is standing to be the president of the Gambia Football Federation.
GFF. Yeah, GFF.
It's gonna be the worst. It's gonna be a disaster in the Gambia. I'm gonna say it as it is. Falcon is not supposed to be elected to be the Gambia, Football Federation like that because Falcon is compromised. Our integrity is not there. If they take that person into that place, that football federation is going to, is going to die. Because I'm telling, it's not about against him, it's not about hating him, but it's about saying his personality. Falcon is not supposed to even be given the opportunity, even the contest to be the Gambia Football Federation president. So I'm going to investigate Falcon will be investigate how they get the finance and how they get all the things they are having. You have in a football field, now you have in a football team, and you are paying your footballers, and you know your basic salary, and you have in other real estates, and you are even using ex-soldiers to work for you. Falcon need to be investigated. He need to be. And you see the worst part of the story, whether than Hani Kabri Usman Gomez promo, to put Usman Gomez as the Gambia CDS, that is a good selection. Yaya Drame, to put him as the Gambia army commander, it was a good move. But Shet Jai Kake as a deputy army chief of staff, Umaru, that is the wrong selection. What can you Mama Cham? They are all under the same category. There is nothing different. It's just like 6 and 9. 6 and 9. What can you see that the first one I still know he's in the army. And if this thing was to happen to a private soldier, they will fire you from the army. Or if they will even take you to court martial. So why that the same laws doesn't apply to the deputy CDS? Why? So I'm a network when I very just investigate that, but if people like him to, because as I said,
yeah, and then
but Mama John was forced to resign.
Yeah, and then ADC Nia Korosi, the chief of staff Usman Gomez, Ngaji was on Gambia. People are posting. Do you think that it is wise enough for Usman Gomez nakata nata do kola na sietaya? According to reports we have on Wason Gambia and other people, Nimoto futata falas wokono. Okay, akala drive for bulale moto yeta yundum ayela Osamo Sowandaita, and he doesn't expect comfort. But as a key for security, is that not a threat? Yamara was safe tale to be going as an ordinary people. Like I know that he's trying to akabangola naf solerola nafulo akole sab. He doesn't want to have those kinds of luxury moto jamal kasamba yako murcham kaminke. Molo mialo ko a content tale. But do you think that also is not gonna be a threat as a key for staff? Motol boka bulino matankaru boka. How do you see that insecurity? Is that even good for him?
Well, I don't know the other convoy or like who live in but as I'm a chief of staff, it's not Umar, it's not even about what you want, but it's about the protocol of being the army chief of staff. Alasiko, because number one, ni asira je homo na aya ham or ya assassinate is gonna reflect on every Gambian citizen. So I'm not saying he should not take luxury, but at least he needs some gas around him. I can tell you that. So I don't know whether he have gas when he's traveling, or whether he's only traveling with his only his car, or whether he have a lead car, or he have a rear protection. I never see his convoy yet. But but I hope if he used to live in those cars to go back, but I hope his guards will stay. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether his guards are staying or not. Man will a long follow.
Yeah, because reports coming for come like it doesn't come like electricity so amanka ko momo de chamala kufaya tibuko ke como kamoto Jamal sienda ya nyim convoy ba no, it's a humble man and somebody whom you know that is very respectful, and then come like people are trying to thank him, then he's having a good move, but come ala security ni jail siladal because yalan sometimes to be a chief of staff you need to be well secure.
I ain't wait for them. I don't know. Yeah, ni combo na it's possible. I can do that. But it's possible. I see what you work at together. You go by rare. I can't ride in Yanka Cantalale. And by rare, if he's leaving the house for Ankata, Hani Aman Lafi, a combo Yama sort is understandable. But at least he needs a lead protection car and he needs a rear protection car. Where he need that? Where he shouldn't be compromising with that one.
Yeah, and then the last one, Mbajibe can for ambulance engineers, whether they are still working in Momo Champ compound, because we are looking if Gomez also leave those people still to be working in Momo Champ's compound will come after Gomez. I think government Gomez Nyanda could be but army should no longer work for Momo Champ. He's no more a CDS, he's just a mere civilian like me. So he should not be given that privilege if that is the case.
Usman Gomez should know better than that.
Okay.
I mean, Mama Chan is no more in the military. Okay. Mama Chan was a disgrace in the army. He is no more a soldier. So there is not in them any privilege where Uncle Mama Chan was enjoying when he was in the army. Those privileges need to be cut. And Usman Gomez should know that better. The Minister of Defense should know that better. If at all they didn't do that and that thing is still continuing, this means they are wasting Gambian resources onto somebody now. We don't even watch it. Yeah. And I hope Usman Gomez will put that into consideration.
Yeah.
Women are a matter of fire. All the privilege that was associated to the CDS position, it should be cut.
Yeah, mbo kiskisla ngamra if the audio is out ngamra mbe report sort from the Gambia Armed Forces mba sort of soldier bulle if those things is coming, and then also Momod Chambuka Jola officers will promote, so we are also appealing to Gomez, he should know what is good, but if an Jibe can for he will act the same as what Momod Cham was doing, doing tribalism in the army, bringing other people against Jola. So we are also watching Gomez whether Abala footstep Nintala for atebe transparency and accountability in Abole Tamala. So we are also watching Gomez.
No, as I said, Umaru, this is a monkey. I didn't do Bejele, fire. I am happy with Usman Gomez, the Minister of Defense. Even Bah-Barrow, if I meet him, I will tell him this. So that the man along way by into the army. Those people who are professional soldiers. Ideally, to be in the military is not a job. Umaru, this is a profession. Some of these people are people like Abba Sanyanyolu and those 9 officers who were fired with Abba. And other officers who are along way, firstly, you got the army column. If at all these people need their job back, they need to open the door to let these people go back and do their job. These people were fired, wrongly, Umar. There was nothing right in their dismissal in the army. They don't deserve that. They need to, Mama can use them as a weapon to just secure what he needs. The soldiers were corrupt. They were involved in, board dealing. Mama Chan was the one who was ordering the soldiers. Let them change the paperwork to his name. Umar. You turn around and then you fire the same soldiers now, we are giving them the orders. So do I get the fire? So I'm appealing to Usman government to open the gate for these people. The defense minister, the president himself, these soldiers no longer they are dismissed and they are still willing to come back and serve the army. Some of them who serve overseas, they learn overseas training. Let the army allow these people to come back and serve their nation. People like Abasanya, people like the people who are among the 9-year military fire or officers, let them go back to the military.
Yeah, ADC, I have no order for the question with security ngal and time on internally because it's 26 minutes to 2. I come to 134
Yeah,
more.
I mean, Ethiopia right now, and at the time here is almost 4:35 a.m. here.
Yeah, so Mbela Philip Bulala might be our sequence interviews might be in the time also that we can elaborate more. But as at now, by the Shokuta, Mbela Philale Cable, what will be your final message before the interview you close?
I think my final message is that Umaru, political manyana tinala, Gambia society kamuta kosila, we are living in a, in a jungle warfare. Momo ka wuli drum, you do whatever you wanna do. Momo ka wuli drum, I molu balning, Momo ka wuli drum, you insult even your elders. Silang Gambia kamuta will respect matter high society in Kono. Molu nyanta kanyile, people need to stop that. Hani man nafi mola, that's your business. But Umaru ka wuli drum, na drum, Kawuli ataka la moka kamulu bala indala. They need to forget about that and let them forget about Kafogo. You cannot associate security with democracy. The idea of Banco, every institution in the country can go further. Can collapse. Gambia eta. But if the security sector in Gambia fail, Gambia is not gonna go anywhere. And I will tell you one thing: there is no investor who's gonna come and invest in the Banco security. So people need to try and police the Gambian image, but you can let them not try to show the outside world. Gambia is a hostile country because if that happens, no investor is gonna come there, and that's gonna affect our economy. The low income people are given the opportunity to invest. But if you want to go to Gambia, nobody's gonna come there. And these are some of the images that the Gambians are sending, that Gambia is a very hostile country, that because of this so-called democracy, how can you associate democracy and security? It doesn't work. So I'm appealing to the society to understand this is not about supporting anybody. Personally, I'm not associated in any support anybody. I stand for what is the truth, and that's where I stand. So society, everybody need to understand, what are the implications of using this democracy as a weapon.
Yeah, baraka bake mbadingolo bedanali jande for next time atul min fana yalon ko nga fu nyamen kunte kibaro kombil ka concern kom banda baka jam fa nyola le ate kela kom all the time ka finti now like kudol bije we cannot explain it like that but ni manke futu mi yalon ko mbidambe diamala wunyama kanna time uta bakele malla fi propaganda la tela media is not a propaganda media, it's not a public of deception. It's not a politics mi alon ko ibe mol ko takela nyola ntente tambita wala bakele ne majority tambita wala bakele nte buka mo bayndike buka mo haras buka mo bully ntela fahamu tambita wala bakele buro nte buka individual no man ka public institution member banko kan te ko le fo ko babu am ba nte mantra wokono alla nyo bayndo boy ku jabi la majority tambita wala bakele nte buka dungal la diamu mesandi wala kono nte la majority tambita wala bakele so nte member banko kan te kana wala ke hani momo nata everyday boy ku jabi nte da wala fon tele majority tambita wala bro my understanding is far behind that ndeka mina be how will Gambia become better as tomorrow? Gambia insecurity, then soldier role security volunteer concern. Niajentela bandabanara is about security. Bankola cool into call analyze. So political kamale, but no ko alani political new atako new nte data water. So ndebe nyame say as it is abenyame nte kafo le nyama. So Mr. ADC ngeten to ngejai always to come on boy Kujabi Bantaba-Kachaa. So almo interviews will be me alongo nindol nyanta interview sotola but just like komka fali nyamen kana time monitor but ngal dani every week mbatra la 2 or 3 times bantaba kana so minka expect ko bantaba should be coming like audio bondila dul ka nyamen no boy ko jabi ko do ko nyama when it is necessary wato lon kana so mbali be kontonna mbali be tentula mbali be jaila ka tandalla ko nim ADC pade mbali be jang inshallah tomorrow the full panel will come with the same ADC ambeluntan dolu fanan sotola so malafika na program mulunga mulbede da ka be reveal ali jam but program binal inshallah albajala alla wasa boltole albajala alla political groups oltole oto ngali kondo ngalu tentu ngali jay ka tandalla ko mena program mo nyillande la janne ala barka ba